Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to DOdaily. It's Des here. Who's up for some Tuesday training and then that winning City Snickers solidarity session. Of course, that's coming up straight after this episode. I'll have a few more details of that shortly, but I just wanted to start by saying, hope you've had a great weekend. Hope you've made the most of the bank holiday, got in plenty of activity, and feeling absolutely fantastic for it. Personally, I'm feeling good, although what I will say is one or two anxieties have crept in, whilst I'm feeling really positive, whilst there's lots of good happening, I have got one or two sort of things to concern myself with around family issues, but also I mentioned on Monday Motivation yesterday that I've chosen to take a break from running for a few days, and whilst it is only a few days, I think the reality of that when I woke up this morning dawned on me. It's made me a little bit itchy, a little bit irky. I really don't want to have to do that. I want to continue what's kept me consistent and strong for so long, but the reality is it's my decision. I've taken that fully in the knowledge that it's absolutely needed. I took a short run across the road just as I came out then, and my back kind of twitched, and I thought it's definitely the right decision. But I just kind of want to say that whilst it is important, it might not be important to everybody. I can totally understand that. I was having a conversation with someone and it was like, it's not really that important, is it? Well, it absolutely isn't in the grand scheme of things, but it absolutely is to me. And sometimes we have to take tough decisions. We have to do what we have to do, to keep ourselves fit and healthy. I'm talking about that all the time. And whilst I love to encourage activity, whilst I love to encourage you to sort of maximise what you do, it's about being realistic as well, isn't it? It's about doing what we have to, when we have to, and really thinking of the bigger picture, I guess. If I could easily go out and run for this solidarity session, but it might set me back. If I was feeling again like I was after yesterday's run, that's another day I've not given myself a rest, and another day where I could potentially do longer term damage. So I've kind of got to stick to that despite those anxieties, and sometimes we have to kind of live with those. We have to find things to fill our time. I'm quite busy anyway, so these things don't tend to last long, but by sort of talking, doing DOdaily over the period of time I have, kind of now understand that we have to live with it. We have to be strong enough to do the right thing, to look at our long-term health, both physically and mentally, and whilst that running is so important to my mental health, if I can't do it on the physical side, then everything's going to suffer, isn't it? And I thought it was just really important to mention that. It's not always a smooth ride. It's not always easy coming on here saying the way I feel. It's not a comfortable existence all the time. I try to be positive. That's just my nature. That's just something I'm trying to sort of encourage other people to be. And because I know when we do, we're much better at dealing with things. We'll do all the things we want to ultimately, and by being positive about this, yesterday it's put me in a position. Those anxieties do creep in, but I'll find different ways to be positive, and that really starts with this solidarity session tonight. I mentioned there that I'll still be taking part. I'm out for a short walk now doing the video, but I'll also be carrying that on at the same time. Just knowing that others are involved, taking something from it, will be enough for me today. It'll be enough for me to sort of sit back in the knowledge that people are finding some sort of enjoyment from being part of a team, and that's what I'm really looking forward to. Whilst it's definitely not about individual sort of targets today, building on that running streak because I've stopped, it's about working as a team, doing something to support the wider community, to be involved again, and by the fact it is almost like the first day of the week today, it's an opportunity to really attack it. It's not the first day of the week. I was around for Monday Motivation yesterday, But with it being the bank holiday, many will see this as the first day back. And what that solidarity session does, it gives us great routine, doesn't it? Gives us the same sort of time slot every week. People still generally don't get that, but I'll work on that. You know, I want this to be something really big going forward, a time when everybody kind of looks in and goes, that's where we go and do our activity. And I'm kind of setting the example today that you can do whatever you need to do. You know, today for me, it's going to be a walk. I'm going to be encouraging others. I've got a little bit of coaching to do before that. So I'll be encouraging others. I'll be doing some of the other things I enjoy, you know, making the absolute most of the day. And that's what the solidarity session gives us a chance to do. It also gives us a chance to be part of something. And how important is that right now? It's so important, isn't it? Do you know, we do these things on our own. I've heard so much people say, oh, I can't get any motivation. I can't get up for anything. I always say to them, get involved in something like this. Do you know, make the absolute most of it. Feel like you're part of something. Do you know, the reason you can't get motivated, the reason you can't get inspired is because you won't put yourself in that situation. You won't let the shackles off and give it a go. Do you know, and as soon as you do you know, you'll be there. You'll be full of what everybody else is doing. You'll be motivating others. You'll be inspiring others. They'll be doing it in return. Do you know, and it'll be absolutely fantastic. And that's basically all we look to do on a Tuesday. Do you know, it's just work together a little bit. This week, we're starting the week. We follow that up on a Wednesday. Do you know, going back to that sort of running streak thing, do you know, I'm not somebody who would encourage people to do that. That's completely my choice. But those who are suffering from motivation, I always say to them, find 2 or 3 sessions a week. Whatever it is, park run's great for it. We run sort of regular running groups when we can all meet up properly. Do you know, even if you just use 2 of those running groups and a park run, that's 3 sessions a week where it's put the structure in, hasn't it? Use those as your training, chance to progress, chance to build on what you're doing. And then if you want to take it further forward, do you know, there's other opportunities elsewhere, isn't there? And that's all I'm saying. This is one of those. This is that opportunity to get involved as a bit of fun, you know, but to use it to build. I look back right to the start of my running streak. I really couldn't get going, but it was a Tuesday solidarity session that really got me into the swing of things, because obviously I lead the session, but because obviously it was at 6:30 every week. I have to be there and do it. It was the one time where I knew I was going to be running. I was going to be running 5k, and that's what built me up to run 152 days, make the absolute most of it, fall in love with it again, really sort of take it forward, do you know? And I can't underestimate that. While some may not see it that way, do you know, it's been absolutely fantastic for getting me into routine, having that little bit of accountability, but also being the sort of bedrock of everything I've done, do you know? And whilst I can't run, I'm going to use it for other reasons, to keep me in touch, do you know, to keep me feeling part of something. Do you know, we've also got the Wednesday workout challenge, which is a group activity. Again, it's individual, it's a virtual individual session, but it's also a chance to accumulate steps and epic totals together. And when you're achieving things together, do you know, you're feeling absolutely fantastic. When other people are seeing what you do, they'll want to be part of it too. So that's all I'm saying today, guys. You know, the solidarity session, as it is every week, you know, it's just a chance from wherever you are, whatever activity you choose to do, you know, just to do it knowing other people are doing something similar. Be part of a group, be part of a community, and really, really enjoy what you do. And if you throw yourself into it, I can assure you, you'll absolutely love it. So that's all I've got to say today, guys. I just wanted to sort of remind you of some of the important reasons of why we do this, you know. We've got to keep sort of going through this situation the best way we can. You know, keep attacking the restrictions, keep attacking lockdown. And this has done so much for so many. I think not more so than myself. But if you can take anything from it, that would be absolutely fantastic. What we do say, if you can, it's not It's not compulsory. Take some pictures, you know, tag us in. All the links will be at the end of this video, you know, and post those up. We'd love to share them across the story, you know, to try and inspire and motivate others. I've said many times already, you know, I want to make this something we can really take forward. This time every week where everybody comes together, gives it a real go, do you know, and one day people might just look back and go, oh my God, that started then. Do you know, it might take a long time, it might be a crazy vision, but that's something I'm prepared to give a go. That's something I'm prepared to make the most of. So if you can join us straight after this episode at 6:30, please do. Whatever activity, wherever you are, just doing it.